I know y'all say, when is Janet going to give a sacrifice? She did. Janet Jackson married a guy overseas. She got pregnant, had the baby overseas, and gave it up. Now, the guy who she had a baby with is talking now. She had a baby, and they wanted it for a sacrifice. They said Janet gave the baby away. And to this day, he don't know what the child is. That was Janet Jackson's sacrifice. They said Prince had 2 miscarriages with women. He just can't have children. That's bullshit. He had one with Mai Tai. The baby was healthy. They ruled it as a miscarriage because they wanted, since Prince was so connected to Satan, they wanted that baby brain like spat right out the vagina. And they drank the blood and ate the flesh of that child as a sacrifice. And he, after Mai Tai, he went with another female who I don't know her name, and he had a baby with her, which they ruled out as a miscarriage. That was also a born child. Now notice, every time Prince had children, he would rent these floors out and be exclusively just the doctors and a few handlers, and they all signed affidavits. Did y'all know that? Y'all don't know this shit, bro. Y'all don't know Hollywood. I'm telling you, he signed affidavits so they shut their fucking mouth. The same thing that Beyonce did with Jay-Z when they had that fake-ass surrogate baby, right? They made them all sign affidavits. And then the real mama started talking. So I guess they MK Ultra her ass because I ain't heard nothing else from her. That bitch can't have no babies. Beyonce too wicked. Pussy ain't no good. Real talk. This is Hollywood. Is it true? Yes, it's very true. It's now coming out that Michelle Obama, surrogate mama, as they linked them children to the real mother. Michelle and Obama bought them children as adoption because Michelle Obama is a transgender. Wendy Williams is a transgender. Okay? This is how fucked up the Hollywood. I'm just giving y'all, they're going to show this shit. Pretty soon, we're going to see this in our lifetime when Antichrist announce who they or she are. He or she, they're going to announce all this. Y'all going to be baffled. But that's when y'all going to change. It's time for me to get right. It's too late. Should not find it. Whatever you are at that time is what you're going to be. So they are now finding out that Obama never had children with Michelle because she can't bear children because she's a man. She's been transgendered. And the adoption mama, I don't know if they're going to kill her, but everything leaks. Them children look nothing like her. Now, those kids are adopted. So how did Michelle have them? Come on. Just a little FYI there, right? So let's talk about these piece of kids because this came out on Hillary's email. And they've been doing this stuff for decades, getting away with it. So when you see missing children on milk cartons and you see that you go in Walmart and see that wall missing since such and such, they're not missing. They've been kidnapped. I told y'all that they have a crew that goes in certain parts of town and they ask for the ages. We want them between 6 and 10. And they'll say we want them all white. And that's what they'll get. We want 3. And we want them in those age brackets. And that's what they're going to get. And they say, we want a black girl. Beautiful, nice looking, virgin preferably, but if not, between the ages of 13 to 15, but we want her pretty. And you know how they recruit and you know how they find you? Lord have mercy, I'm about to tell y'all something. Walk with me on this. Because I hope y'all hear me. This is very important. Whew. I got chills when I get ready to tell y'all this. Listen to this. How do they find the girls that they think they want? Now, back in the day, it was hard. They had to go to school grounds and go to these gymnasium of baseball and football games and watch the cheerleaders. That's how they did it back in the day. They sent out scouts. It's like a scout, but the guy was a perv to decide who he was going to kidnap. And they would take pictures and without their knowledge. Well, they don't have to do that no more. That was the 70s and 80s. They just go on the internet. They go through Instagram. They go, well, the best one is thus far is Instagram and Facebook. And y'all probably say, what? Yeah. Because these young girls and a lot of the older women, they don't want the older hoes. They just want the young ones. They upload countless of photos, booty shots, eating, laying in the bed. So basically these guys, they call themselves pizza boys. And it's really an organization that pizza is a code word for children. Now they have how they work it. They want an age bracket. They want a certain age. They will give us this one between ages, like I say, 6 and 10. But it doesn't stop there. If you notice, most kidnappings are between young children and teenagers. That's what they want. They don't want them too old. They want them young enough. Okay? And then they go on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram and just scout. And they be like, what about her? She's black. Oh, she's beautiful. She's got nice teeth. How old is she? She's 15. Get her. They locate her IP address, Google map it. They know where she's at. And what they'll do is send someone out there, her location, and just watch to see when she come out. And they'll get her routine down packed. They'll see she goes here, she goes there. We'll get her getting off the bus. When she gets off the bus, she walks alone. That's when we'll get her. We'll do it Friday. Or they'll just pick a day. But they do their scouting on the internet. This is how they know what kind of girl they want, how she look. And then some of these girls give them a lot. They twerk, they dance. So they pretty much, and I'm going to tell you something, they're not sexually attracted to that. That's not what they want her for, because she can twerk. They want to humiliate her. Matter of fact, they'll dress her up. They make her look real good, right? But then they want to see the horror in her eyes, when they're raping her. They want to see her scream out, because the room, nobody's going to hear you. They're in a dungeon. They want her to scream out in horror. And while one is raping and the others are watching. And by the way, every killing they do, they videotape. It's like a sniff film. If you want to know what sniff films are, Google sniff films. They're actually live rapings and live killings, and people pay hundreds to $200,000-$300,000 a tape. They sell that shit on the black market. I know you probably think it's not real, but this has been going on for centuries. I would say at least, I ain't gonna say centuries, I would say decades, because video wasn't around at that time. So they've been doing sniff films for a long time. But they go on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram to get an idea of what they want. See, now mothers and dads are putting their babies on YouTube as makeup artists, cooking. They think it's cute, but there's another guy going, that's him. We want him. Get his IP address. They're well connected. Everybody at Google's a part of the PISA program too. Did y'all know that? So when y'all see these milk cartons and Timmy is missing, he's not missing. He was kidnapped. Let me give you another bullseye, because I've talked about this before. I'm going to reiterate. When Steve Jobs was looking for a liver, you can't find liver, no matter how much money you got. Livers don't come in. A person have to die to get a liver. Steve Jobs of Apple, before he went to Brazil to die. He didn't die when they said he died. He went to Brazil to die. If he's dead, I don't know. But he wasn't dead when he said he was dead. He was in Brazil being pushed around in a damn wheelchair. So Steve Jobs sent a team out to go find somebody with his DNA type, blood type. Y'all probably saying, well, Yash, you reaching. How they going to know his blood type? It's a handheld device that they use in hospitals and private medical labs. It's handheld, just like a phone, and you can stick somebody with it, and within 5 to 10 seconds, it give a blood type. That's how they did it. Okay, so they would just go around, see homeless people or whatever, healthy people, and stick them and say, ooh, his blood type is good. And then they kidnap him. Nobody's going to know. They take the kidney out. If there's anything else they think they want to use, they'll take the kidneys, and the main thing is the liver. But if the kidney's good, they'll take those kidneys too, the eyes or whatever, then they'll cremate the body. There's a black market, and they prefer black men, Negro men. We have the best genetics for his kidneys, hearts, livers. I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Jobs killed a black man, a homeless man, to get his liver, because we have the best genetics. So you remember that kid that died in the South? It was in Alabama. He was wrapped up in a mat. Well, that wasn't a hate crime. Somebody killed him to get his organs. He was very athletic. So this is everybody thinks this is a joke. This is Hollywood for you. They give black folks all this money to play and sing, but it's something they want from you. If they don't want your soul, they want your body parts. It's the truth. And a lot of times they know what they want from you when they sign you. Is it true? It's very true. So this is why you got to be very careful what you ask for, because you just may get it, but you wouldn't understand it. And once you understand it, then you want to kill yourself.